Introduction: a collision that shook the world. It was Sunday, March 27, 1977, a day that would become the darkest chapter in the history of aviation. On the tranquil Spanish island of Tenerife in the Canary Islands, 583 souls were lost in a runway collision so deadly, so catastrophic, that it redefined how we fly, how we communicate in the air, and how we train those entrusted with our lives in the skies. This is the true story of two giants of the sky, Pan American World Airways and KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, whose paths tragically crossed, not in the air, but on the ground. The setting: a chain of unfortunate events. That Sunday, a terrorist bombing at Gran Canaria Airport forced air traffic controllers to divert dozens of flights to the much smaller Los Rodeos Airport on Tenerife. The airport was never meant to handle such heavy traffic, especially not two fully loaded Boeing 747s. At Los Rodeos, the runway was packed. Taxiways were clogged. And as weather shifted, a thick blanket of fog rolled in, reducing visibility to mere meters. Among the aircraft stranded at Los Rodeos were KLM Flight 4805, a charter flight from Amsterdam with 248 passengers and crew. Pan Am Flight 1736, a flight from Los Angeles via New York, carrying 396 people. Both were preparing for departure as the fog grew denser and the airport's single runway turned into a death trap. Countdown to disaster, minutes before impact. Inside the KLM cockpit, Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, a seasoned, well-respected instructor, was eager to depart. He had tight crew duty time limits and was facing delays. With clearance to line up on the runway and wait, his aircraft moved into position. The Pan Am crew, meanwhile, was told to follow the same runway and exit via the third taxiway. But in the dense fog, they missed the correct turnoff and continued further down the runway. In the control tower, Spanish air traffic controllers tried to coordinate the two aircraft, speaking English as a second language, over a single shared radio frequency, with no radar to track ground movement. Suddenly, in a fateful moment, the KLM captain misunderstood a transmission. He thought he was cleared for takeoff. KLM first officer, we are now at takeoff. Tower, okay, stand by for takeoff, I will call you. KLM captain, not hearing clearly, throttles up, let's go. Impact, 5:06 p.m. local time. With fog enveloping the airfield, the KLM Jumbo roared down the runway, unaware that the Pan Am plane was directly ahead. Pan Am's flight engineer spotted the landing lights approaching. Goddamn, that son of a b*** is coming. Get off, get off, get off. Pan Am's pilots desperately tried to veer off the runway, throttling full forward, but it was too late. The KLM aircraft struck the Pan Am at full speed, slicing through the upper fuselage and tearing into the center of the American jet. Both planes erupted into flames, shattering metal, glass, and bone. The aftermath, inferno and horror. The KLM aircraft became a fireball, killing everyone on board instantly, 248 souls. The Pan Am plane was ripped open. Flames tore through the fuselage. But miraculously, 61 people escaped, climbing out through gashes in the aircraft or leaping from broken exits. Rescue teams struggled to find survivors through the dense smoke and twisted metal. The fog didn't lift until hours later. By then, the runway had become a charred graveyard. Why it happened, the critical mistakes. Investigators identified several key failures. Miscommunication between pilots and air traffic control. The use of non-standard language like OK instead of cleared. Fog and limited visibility. No ground radar to track movement. Pressure on the KLM crew due to duty hour limits. KLM, in a stunning move, accepted responsibility and paid full compensation to all victims' families. The legacy, a turning point in aviation. The Tenerife disaster became the catalyst for sweeping aviation reform. Standardized communication using strict phraseology, cleared for takeoff, standby. Global adoption of crew resource management, CRM, empowering junior crew to speak up. Installation of ground radar systems in major airports. Improved signage and lighting on runways. Captain Van Zanten, once the face of KLM in their advertisements, became the face of tragedy. His photo was removed from all marketing overnight. Conclusion: lessons written in fire. The Tenerife disaster wasn't caused by mechanical failure or terrorism, it was a disaster born of human error, fog, and the fatal cost of assumptions. Today, every commercial pilot and air traffic controller studies this tragedy. Its lessons are etched in flight manuals, taught in flight schools, and memorialized by those who refuse to forget the day two planes collided on the ground, and the world changed forever.